and welcome each and every one of you. With you today is me, Daiga, multilinguistic international coach therapist from DCTcentre, and joining me again is Morganne Rayne Adept, visionary spiritual guide, ceremonialist and artist, and Alisha Ann Kingrey, empath on mission to help other empaths to achieve financial independence. So, good morning, good evening, lovely ladies.
Good morning.
Wherever you
Evening.
are.
West.
Okay, something happened with Morganne.
Oh, she's freezing. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, Morganne, could you repeat, please, what you say just now?
I said good morning from the Pacific Northwest. And yes, yesterday we finally had a downpour of rain, which so welcome. It was so beautiful. We haven't seen rain for a long time. So it was really good and so this morning it's still cool. We finally got up into the 60s. So we're not having that heat stuff here, but we're having beautiful weather.
I was chatting today with one of my clients from Italy, and there is about 40 degrees at the moment. That's in Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's 42 here today.
Yeah.
Which is about 106.
Yeah.
Fahrenheit. Kind of cooler than usual. It's definitely cooler than usually. July, I mean, we're usually 120, even 130 Fahrenheit here. So 42 Celsius, 106, not that bad.
It's a little chilly breeze coming in. Oh, goodness.
Not that bad. And there's no reason to do my hair and makeup and all that stuff right now. You're taking 3 showers a day. The construction is different here. The cold is not held in the apartments and stuff as good as it is there. The air conditioning units are not as good as they are in America. So you just take cold showers all day and try to stay cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that's okay. I love the water. Or we jump in the beach or the pool or whatever. But anyway, we're always in the water. So why do my makeup? Why do my... It's a really... it's a weird time energetically for me and my group. There's a lot of uncertainty going on right now. There's a lot of even negative energy. And, of course, being the leader, being the having a bunch of people on your team or in your group or people that you help, whatever, everybody during negative times, everybody is calling you on the phone and sending you messages on Telegram. And I have so many people reaching out to me right now that I've really gotten away from myself. I haven't meditated for I don't know how many days. I haven't really just sat by myself and done nothing from the time my eyes open until the time my eyes go to sleep. I'm trying to fix something, trying to help something. However, that's such a slippery slope because, and of course, there's still a lot of, lower vibrational people. That's why they're bringing so much negative energy. That's why they are so much in the fear space right now. And I'm trying to, tell people, listen, let's just take it easy. Let's go within. But in times of trouble, the hardest, Coach B said yesterday, girl, you're talking to the wrong crowd. That's like putting out a house fire with a water hose. You're just going to have to back away from the situation and just, get back to who you are. That's how you're going to help your community the best. And I thought, wow, that kind of, thank God for friends that can kick us back in the right direction. I've been up all night. The last 2 nights I have not slept. 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm still up. I've had major anxiety. I've had, it's like all of this normal life stuff flooding back in. And I just decided today, like, I've got to get back to who I really am. I have got to put down my phone, stop. I've had the same amount of calls today, the same amount of messages, but I'm not answering them. I'm one person trying to help 14,000 people. And it doesn't work. Not like this. Now I can help 14,000 people, but I can do it better by going within, getting back to Alisha Ann, meditating, saying blessings over the people, the situation every day. So yeah, today is the first day I could actually breathe and be me. And you know what I did? Nothing. That's what I did. I fixed my little crystal bracelet.
You were practicing, don't just do something, sit there.
Right. Exactly. I don't need constant reinforcements, like constant, what is the word I'm thinking of? Not reinforcements, but constant distractions. I don't need, my mind going like this all day. I did nothing. I didn't go to sleep till like 6 o'clock. I slept for a few hours and then I was back up again. So Sam made breakfast and I just sat on my bed. I read a little bit. I literally just did nothing, kind of laid around all day. And it's the best day I've had in a long time.
Yep. I want to thank you for doing nothing because and talking about it. That's a powerful place to be because so many people are in that, and we look at our world, they're in that do, and let's do some more and let's accomplish more and let's, and the thing is we do it from a total empty being. We do it from an empty cup. And when we are trying to help others from that place of you've emptied yourself out, you're not really giving them anything. You're giving them nothing because you got nothing to give, right? And then it's just frustration. So you say you do not have time to meditate. Well, I'll argue with you there, right? Because it takes a moment to just get aligned, ask for the light and the love and the power and the presence to fill you in that moment, and then move forward. And we forget to do that, right? We could think that, we need all this time to sit and, om and chant and whatever, but we don't. Getting aligned with source it's primary in the work that we do, especially in what you're doing with supporting others in their financial independence, right? A lot of people are looking to you and they're tapping into your wisdom. But when you are tired, when you are overworked, you got no wisdom to give them. And then you're coming from that place of tired, frustrated, things aren't going as smoothly as they were, whatever is going on. That's the energy you're bringing to the problem. So when we step away from the problem and come back to what I would call the truth, filling ourselves up with the Holy Spirit, the love, the light, the brilliance, then you got something to offer. Then you offer it to yourself, but then you got something real to offer people from that consciousness. And then the solutions come so much quicker. And I'll go back to both Edison and Tesla said the same thing about when they encountered things that were hard and they couldn't get to a solution. What did they do?
Give up.
No, they did. Well, no,
Not
in a
give up.
sense,
I mean, but didn't they stop and like
they
just
stopped.
stop everything?
They
Yeah.
did. And you know what they went and did? They went and took a nap.
Yeah.
They unplugged. They took the mental energy, because when you start just mentalizing on things, it's like a boo-boo, you know, ring around
Right.
the rosy, you know. You got to get out of the loop, because you're not tapped into solution. You're not tapped into the infinite all.
Right.
You're
It's
tapped into.
tired energy. You're
That's right.
trying to give from a cup that has nothing in it. It's like
That's
you said, you're
That's right.
exhausted.
But I think that's why Dad is saying, I will sleep on it.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
sleep on it. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I even, when I was kid, I think since I was kid, if I couldn't do something, let's say I need to learn poem, yeah, I sort of know the poem in evening, but I like last bit before I go to bed, I read it, or if I manage to rehearse, then I already how much I could, I rehearse that, and that's it. I sleep on it. I put this poem, this book, or whatever I put under pillow, and I sleep on it.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
And next morning, I knew the poem from A to Z.
Yep.
Yeah, and some other things is like I couldn't learn Roman numbers. Yeah, and I was so frustrated, and I was wanting to bed, and no, I need to learn this. I can't go far if I have no clue of them, because we need to learn this in class. And you know, on the middle of night, they came hand. I saw only hand, something like that much of it, yeah, and explain to me very slowly. Explain to me, write there all these numbers, and next morning I wake up and I know everything, and now I still know it.
Yep. Because you didn't mentate on it. You didn't use that mental function. You used your intelligence. That using mind power is different than using intelligence, or that source that knowingness. It's very different. It's much more gentle, and it's like that teaching is different. It's not the schools have really ruined teaching, because they learn in so many different ways, but we're not taught about that. We're not given the opportunity to do that here. But through our dreams, through let's just shut down here. Let's just shut down that mental thing. So then you can access the truth. You can access the all. It's good. It's so good. There's something I do want to share with you today.
Awesome.
Are we ready for this? So I've spent the last week in ego death boot camp.
Wow.
Right.
Talk about walking on stones.
Yep. Talk about walking the fire, right?
That's easier than laying down your ego.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really seeing where that ego gets in the way. And the thing is, I didn't try to not have any ego. I didn't try to push anything or love it away or forgive it away. I just watched it come up. I just watched it come up and move out. And it was like a beautiful dance I was doing in this experience. And I'm doing it with a bunch of people all over the world, right? Not a bunch, but, you know, a collective of people. And it's interesting because I had no intention of taking a class, but my wisdom was guiding me there. And so when this opportunity came up, first thing I said, I don't need an ego death boot camp. I teach this stuff. You know? I got kind of arrogant about that. But the thing is, my guidance kept telling me to go there. And now I have a more expanded version of my understanding. I have more expanded version of my self, so that I can give more from that place, right? Like when I'm ready to, I'll be getting geared up here to teach again. I'll have more to come from because I've allowed more understanding, more wisdom. So in that group, they really follow a lot of galactic kind of stuff, and looking at astrology, and looking at the human design work, and both of those things I've been involved in, especially the human design work. And if you've not looked at human design before, that's an incredible body of work to.
Are you giving me another rabbit hole? Is that what I feel coming on here?
Please. That would be a place we can play some more. So the human design, and there's places where you can go get free human design charts, right? So it really pinpoints, and I won't go into the history of that right now. Maybe sometime we'll just have a conversation about human design. But it is a compilation of the I Ching, astrology, numerology. I mean, like, it's a whole bunch of esoteric sciences all put together. And it so beautifully will shine light on who you really are. And so my what I fall under is something called a pure manifester. And it's a very small percentage of the population that it's not it's one of the rarest. It's not the rarest, but it's one of the rarest. I think 8% of the population on the planet hold that frequency, that energy.
Wow.
And when you tap into what that is, right, it's exactly the work that I do. It's exactly the capacity to tap into source, the capacity to allow that source frequency to come through me and speak and move and do my world. But now it's like, it almost like this week gave me, not that I needed permission, because I don't need permission to do anything, but it gave me this deeper permission to be fully who I am in expression, not holding anything back, not being timid or tepid about anything that I'm doing, but to be full blown in the world as Source's mouthpiece, as Source's inspiration, as being that fully. Because when I'm fully on, but that's the value of stopping and filling up and allowing yourself to expand in that kind of way. So I've had a lot of contemplative time this past week where I have physical projects all around me. Like, if you saw my house right now, you go, girl, what are you not doing here? But those things, none of that matters, because it's just, it's what's the most important thing is the discoveries I'm making. So, okay, so that's just kind of what I've been going through this week and the kind of work I've been doing. But today is a day, I'm gonna read this because it came over on a thread. today is Happy Day Out of Time and Galactic New Year. So this is the celebration time for this group of people. It's the Happy Day Out of Time and the Galactic New Year. And I'm just, if you don't mind, I'm just going to read this because I think it's so powerful. Happy almost August, everyone. We are gearing up for one of the most exciting, energetic weeks this year, the 8/8 Lionsgate portal. Every year, beginning on August 1st, we enter the Lionsgate portal, which culminates on 8/8. During this time, we align with the constellation of Lyra, bringing in massive solar plasma codes as well as strong heart chakra energy. We will be getting a preview of this portal window as we enter the last week of July, where we will celebrate the Day of Time, which is July 25th, which is what? Today. It's the day out of time, and the Galactic New Year, which is tomorrow, the 26th. The day out of time is a day that transcends the linear calendar, a day of timeline resetting before the new galactic year begins. This is a perfect day for meditation, intention setting, and connecting with your higher self plus source to place your intentions and dreams for the next year. Many beings will be starting to receive downloads as to their role moving forward, and we are all in preparation for our higher roles to begin. The Galactic New Year is a time of celebration, a new cycle of cosmic ascension. This year, the Galactics are sharing that it will be an extra special celebration as we are officially beginning the transition to New Earth on 8/8. This is preparing us for the official timeline anchoring in November, where the Ascension timeline plus crystalline grid will become the dominant force on the planet. This year, we are blessed with a full moon on the first date of the Lionsgate portal opening. On August 1st, 2023, we will have an epic full moon in Aquarius, which is the bookend to the new moon in Aquarius that occurred January of 2023. This is a full and final release of humanity. Yay! which is ruled by the sign of Aquarius from the enslavement matrix paradigm. Wow. Essentially, the Galactics have shown that humanity has basically been living in an endless loop, a simulation. We have watched the same events, occurrences, and energies play out for the last 27,000 years. His story,
same thing, different dates.
That's right. His story, which we put together as history, but it's his story is cyclical and repeats in cycles. Humanity is finally ready to begin their great remembering, and the last of the enslavement matrix paradigm is being dissolved. This month, on August 1st, we will be that goes into the work that we're doing together as a group. And if you're interested, I'm not going to read that part out because it's a group, but I'm sure if you ladies wanted to be involved or somebody within this group wants to be involved, you could reach out to me and I could put this out. So they'll be doing some seminars on this work, but this gives you an idea of where people are working in consciousness on this planet to bring about the ascension, to bring about, and they work this. I mean, it's like this is a group that's been working this for many years, and it's much like kind of like a lot of this work I've been doing solo, just totally solo by receiving downloads and then being instructed on what to do or do a class. I've been doing this for, I don't know, over 30 years doing this. But here's a group that's been doing this collectively and working with this. So what's today? The day out of time. So this is the perfect day to sit, just like what you're doing.
Do nothing.
Do no thing and be reflective and sit quiet contemplation and design out for yourself what your new with this next year is going to be for you, right? Not out of the energy we were talking about before of being overworked and overtired and too many people tapping into your energy. This is the day to just say, okay, well, that's the way it has been, right? That let's just stop. Let's reset here, right? Because we choose to do that. Whether or not we think we do, we choose it.
That's
And
true.
right. So in that choosing, is that choosing supporting us? See, that's the power. If we know we're choosing it, guess what? We have the power to unchoose it.
To unchoose it.
And we can choose something else. But if we don't know what we're going to choose, and that's what the power of this day is to be in that quiet contemplative state and design out for self what it is you want to experience in this coming year, and knowing that you got this cosmic energy behind you. If you think about it, you got all this cosmic, beautiful galactic force energy supporting you in everything you do. You have the stars all in alignment with what you're doing. We are at a pivotal point in our consciousness. And so today, this 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 day, it's an unday. It's not a day that we're to be doing. We are to be creating, and that creation starts first in mind, just like with what we were saying about Tesla and Einstein. What they do when they encountered something that was unsolvable in the moment, they shut down, they walked away, they put it down, and then the answer's revealed. And it's the same way with us. It's how we're wired. So I wanted to share that because I thought that with us and the people that listen to what we're about, we need that numeric force of consciousness at this time to help move us, because I will tell you, the dark forces are like, don't want this to happen, right? They don't want us in our power. They do not want us to awaken and remember who we are. And they've done everything for so many years to keep us in the dark, keep us dumbed down, keep us drugged up with and keeping us unhealthy with polluted foods and polluted air and polluted water, but there's some of us that go, oh, polluted water. Okay, well, we'll just start filtering our water and spinning it in the right way. It's like there's always a solution to any shit they want to throw at us or try to ram down our throats. But the thing is, we allow them to do that because humanity's gotten complacent and lazy. This is the time for us to become very alert, very awake, and very proactive about our consciousness. And today is a perfect day. Think about the wording of it's the day out of time. The day out. So that means we're not bound by time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a restrictive or a governor on us. We moved into timelessness in this day. So how are we going to hold it? How are we going to utilize it? What's your plan? So I just wanted to share that with everyone this morning.
I have a horrible habit of always putting myself last. And that's exactly why I'm going through what I'm going.
Yep.
That's why I have no time for myself. I don't make time for myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm, feeling spiritually like bleh. Because I do it to myself. I feel guilty if I don't solve everybody's problems today. You know what I mean? If I don't answer a text, if I don't answer a message, if I don't help somebody with so-and-so, if I don't, I will just sit here and feel so guilty. And I figure, well, what what am I doing anyway? Why
Well,
not just help
let
people?
me just put you on pause right there. Those things make you feel guilty. Okay, so let's just take that whole concept right there, because that's like a common thing in humanity, right? About being made to feel guilty. So what is that energy of guilty? What's that energy of feeling guilty? I'm waiting for a response here.
Sorry, my battery was going dead and I just had to turn away for a second.
What a metaphor. Your battery's going dead.
Right.
That's exactly what happens when we do things like we move into guilt. We would allow anything or anyone to make us feel. Well, first of all, nobody can make you feel anything. That's another choice. Right. We don't like it, we can unchoose it. We can re-choose what it is. So that just that whole wording right there is such that those are things like need to be eliminated from our vocabulary and from our consciousness. One, no one can make us feel guilty. And two, when we move our energy into any type of guilt or any behavior that induces that, then we need to really think about what are we really attached to here? Are we attached to guilt and feeling shitty? Just a question, because people do that over and over and over and over again. So there must be some kind of juice or something that people are getting out of it. So to feel guilty is like way down there on that consciousness scale. It's right next to shame, right? And shame's right next to death. So we got guilt, and when we don't perform, and that comes from what you said, when I don't do this, so there's the doing part, I feel guilty. When I don't I feel guilty. Well, really look at that. Is because that's a loop. That's an ego loop you got running there. And I'd say stop the loop and take a look at, am I choosing this? Do I want this? People don't even stop and think about it, which me too, right? I haven't ascended out of this body. I'm still doing the human thing.
Well, and it is a loop because it's, and I guess I'm just realizing I'm slipping backwards. I'm trying to, live in ascension. I'm trying to rise above. I'm trying to go out of 3D. One of my favorite things in the world to do is help people. That's where I find the greatest joy. However, it's been very depleting right now because I have so many people and I'm the only one helping so many people. But I think I've kind of handicapped people by being too available for them.
Yeah.
And not figuring out stuff for themselves, not doing it for themselves. And I think that's my realization today. I also had another realization. Again, I was having a moment with myself earlier. Me and Sam went outside. I picked up some stuff from the hippie on the corner and, just hanging out, whatever, smelling incenses, blah, blah, blah. Bought some stuff, came home. Sam went one way and I went another. He went to the gym. I came home and I had time by myself to reflect. And I thought, man, I've really, really fallen back into like a 3D thing of doing this whole last 2 weeks. And then just like that, I just snapped out of it. And I started hearing from the other side immediately. And I started getting downloads immediately. And I felt Source tell me, but if you just go away from the noise, you're right back in it.
Exactly.
It's like, it's just 1 inch this way or 1 inch that way. Where are you putting yourself today? because you can snap right out of it and go right back into your fifth dimensional self whenever you want to. And the rest of my ride home, it was beautiful. I thought, oh my gosh, look at those rocks. Look at that beautiful jasmine growing over there. I was right back in the euphoric. Oh.
Yeah. Exactly. And look at how much power there is in that, right? Way more powerful than giving your energy away.
Oh, on the way home, now I've only discovered one of my past lives, and you know about that one. On the way home, I didn't discover a past life, I discovered a past death. I'm always afraid on my scooter. I've had several dreams that I'm going across a stoplight, somebody runs a red, and then bam, they kill me and I die. I've had that dream several times. It's a big white truck that kills me. I can see it. I know the intersection. I know the truck. I know how everything happens. I see everything in detail. Well, today when I jumped in my euphoria on the way home, Source said to me, there's no reason to be afraid. This is not a future death happening for you. This is a past death that you've seen. So that was awesome too. That was a nice little download that I got, because how many years have I been telling you, hun? I know how I'm going to die. I've seen it in a dream several times. Yeah. I know it. I know one of these days I'm going to be going through an intersection and bam, a big white Dodge Ram is going to run right into me, and that's it. Well, I don't have to be afraid of that anymore, because I'm just correlating with my past energy. It has nothing to do with the future. So that was a release of something too today. That was nice.
That is nice, because just the hanging on to that frequency of being afraid to die, right? We talk about energy draining, right? It's an energy drain to have that, even that thought there. And I'd say let me just finish this, and then I'll shut up. It's a perfect place to do lucid dreaming when that kind of a dream comes, to move into lucid dreaming, where you're like not in the dream, you're in the dream, but you're witnessing the dream, and maybe do some superpower shit, like, put your hands up and let the energy push the white dot, or spin it out of, or whatever,
Yeah. Change the course.
Change the course, even for the past life, because all time is in now.
That's right.
All time is now. Okay, Daiga, I'm going to zip it up.
No, at the moment I have, what you said, yeah, I came up with, from last sentence, I came up now with two questions. One question, I think, and what I learned before, yeah, that if you concentrate, like Alisha Ann concentrate on this, I know how I will die because this white one will kill me. And she is so sure about it, yeah, and whatever she speaks to people, she will tell that, yeah. I think it's actually programming to bring this past, which one she don't know it's her past, to bring actually to future and creating in the future this accident, just because she concentrating her mind on this accident.
Yeah, it's a loop. Yep, it's a loop.
So
right, yeah,
she can
you can
bring
totally bring things
for future.
Yep, that's where you look at patterns, right? What are the patterns? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that's one thing. What I think actually happened. I just want to make sure, am I right about it? Am I right that if she keeps telling that, and if she keeps being sure that will happen, yeah,
Yep.
She just brings this for her life now.
Yep. And that's where I might say, well,
Sure.
and so it is.
So it is.
Right.
Yeah.
So it is.
Right. Yeah. Because all reality is in the mind. And the more you concentrate on something, the more you can bring it into fruition. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
And so that because we're creators.
Right.
I mean, we just don't. We haven't taken the authority on how to create. We haven't. We misuse our creatorship by doing that looping thing and staying
Right.
focused on especially the drama. Right, I'd call that big white truck a big ass drama. And we get focused on that. We tell the story. We visit in our heads. We're just perpetuating and getting in the grooves in us, that looping more and more and more.
And then from what you said, the last one, yeah, when you go back there and release and change this, yeah. When we work with clients and when we release some kind of trauma from past, yeah, that actually means that we rewrite this part for them.
Yep, we rewrite. They rewrite it for themselves. You just
No,
putting them.
yes, but with our help, with meditation, they just going in there and they take it out and rewrite it for themselves.
Yeah, they rewrite it for themselves, and especially something like, if they're telling a story, that's kind of like repeating a dream too, right? You can invite them back into the story to talk about what's going on and what the fears are, but then as an empowered witness, what would they be choosing, right? So say someone's, I don't know, we can, pick any example. Say someone's afraid they're going to die, or, or their husband's going to leave them, or whatever the story is, right? And they can play that scenario in their minds, much like a dream plays in us, because it is a dream. This is all a dream, as a matter of fact, but,
Right. It's all a movie.
It's all a movie. But to go in as not the victim of the dream, right? Because if we're feeling disempowered or injured or whatever, we become a victim to it. But to become a director of the dream, to become
yeah, like the lucid dreaming. I would love to be able to master my dreams. I have a recurring theme in any dream. I could do so and so, like if let's just say I needed to throw a ball for whatever reason in my dream. I don't have the strength to throw it.
Mm-hmm.
If I need to stop something from happening, maybe stop a child from falling, I don't know, anything, I don't have the strength in my dream to ever fix anything. I don't have so I watch all of these problems go on and all of this stuff happen. Like if somebody is beating me, I have no arms, and the person just continues to beat me and I can't defend myself. Or if, you know what I mean, it's like this, like I never can save myself in my dreams. And it's a recurring theme. So there's some kind of, I have to find the virus in my brain that is telling me I can't.
Well, that's the ego, because that's the battle cry of the ego. You can't, you never will.
Yeah.
You're so screwed. And that's where lucid dreaming is so powerful, because when you can program yourself to do this every night, say, I will wake up within my dream and I can be in control of it. You can do that.
See now, man, Sam, if I could, my number one dream would be to tap into one of his dreams. He has these Hollywood. He could be a movie director. He is just like, he'd be like, yeah, and then I was on top of a building and I had a machine gun
like that.
and I was like shooting the guys down here, and then a helicopter came and I jumped in the helicopter, and I'm like, that's your dream. He's a superhero in every dream.
Right.
Alisha Ann, I think that's some man's thing. Because my other half is absolutely the same. I have no idea where he takes these film scenarios. Shooting, killing, attacking something, God knows what.
It is every one of his dreams is like a Hollywood production, and he remembers them. To me, I wake up in the morning and I'm like this, like, oh God, that was such a great dream. He's like, really? What was your dream? Before I got out of bed, I'm like, I don't know. I just know it was a really good dream. I can ask him 4 hours later, hon, what was your dream about today? And he'll be like, man, me and my uncle were driving down the car, right? And then there were some guys that pulled up in another car. They got out with a shotgun. We started beating the crap out of these guys. So then we jumped on a bus and we went this way. And, like, he can remember this stuff for days. And he's always the hero. And I'm always the helpless, worthless. If I'm going downhill in a bike, I have no brakes. If I'm swimming, I run out of air.
But you need to activate, like he has activated the hero, right? That archetype. That's an archetype. And he holds himself as that. I hear him talking.
Which one?
I support him song. It's like people.
So a couple of days ago, he was with King Abdullah in Jordan.
Cool.
I was with him.
But we have Jeep. You know this.
Oh, we're going in a Jeep. That's right.
So
we're driving down the street in a Jeep.
6 Black Hawk helicopters.
There's 6 Black Hawk helicopters flying above us.
So 2 in the front.
2 in the front.
Behind.
4 in the back. Oh, 2 above us.
Yeah, 2 above.
And then 2 in the back.
Abdullah.
Abdullah was directly above us in a Black Hawk helicopter going in the same direction.
Another 2 Black Hawk. So we fly in nighttime.
It was at nighttime.
Yeah, after this we fly a little bit. You gone.
So we flew for a little bit and then I was gone. I don't know what happened to me, but he can only be a hero when I'm not in the dream. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. So
because you with your luck will stop him.
Like 15, 16 years old. I support him. Like I'm covered.
Oh, so he was a bodyguard for who? King Abdullah's son who was only 15 years old.
Still now in YouTube, I see it. So anyway, we go like this area, but big building. But this building not done. Still window, door, but all like huge.
So they went to a place where there was a bunch of high-rise buildings that were only half built.
But I need to find guy. You need to kill this son.
He's looking for the guy that's trying to kill King Abdullah's son.
I don't know. Maybe we make a movie for all my dreams.
Right, we could make a movie with all your dreams.
Yeah,
they are the craziest. He's always the hero. He's always the guy.
Anyway, I find this guy. I have AK-7 with 40. This magazine. 40. Yeah, but I have no bullets.
Oh, so okay. So this is strange. This is kind of a turnaround for him. He has an AK-47. He finds the guy that he's supposed to kill, but his magazine is empty. He has no bullets to kill this guy. Did you beat him to death?
No. So he needs to shoot us, but I looking this way, I find 4 bullets.
Oh, that's right. That's
So,
right.
I'm running.
So Sam went walking and he looked on the ground. He said, "Oh, look at there. There's a couple of bullets."
Yeah,
So he picked up the
I need
bullets.
like go fast. This guy you have gun now, he shoot us. But I don't know he's wait for what. So anyway, I go moving like a little bit. I keep this 4 bullet, give him my magazine. I don't know. After I shoot him, I don't know. After I'm done, my dream done.
Wow. Yeah, his
Yeah.
dreams are amazing.
Yeah.
I am trying to read my chart that I've been trying to. I have no idea how to read a chart. I have we have a card reader, the only guy that this guy is just, oh my gosh, so spot on. You can't even imagine. This guy, every single day, if we watch him, he can tell you your life in like perfection. So he's talking about, well, you got to read your chart. You got to find out what time you were born. You have to find out this and that and the other. So I put it all in and I got all of this chart information. I have no idea how to read it. I have no idea.
I know a fabulous reader. I have a fabulous reader if you want that contact.
Oh, awesome.
Just tell me you want it and then I'll send it over to you.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
But
I need to. Do you have any idea how to read your own chart?
No, because I'm not interested in that. I mean, I can, but I'm not that interested. Like I know the major things, like like the big 5, like where my sun, where my moon, and what those influences are. But also under the belief that that's just a guideline. It's not who we are, what we are. It's just a guideline of what was going on energetically that we came in under that influence. And a lot of times that influence is things that we need to, they might be the issues in our life, or they might be, just, something that's holding us down. I work with my chart in a very different kind of way, but I know a lady that she's phenomenal in reading it and assisting you with like the direction you that would be most beneficial for you, not where you should be going, but what would be most beneficial for you, given what you came here with, the gifts,
right,
all of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out, because it does kind of lead you to your path.
Yeah,
and
it does.
Some people can change their whole path depending on what their chart says. Like the reason why I've had so much resistance my whole life is because I'm not following my path. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. No,
you're being pushed around by a whole bunch of people that need you. And
right.
I would look at what's the need to be needed. What's the need to be needed? What do you get from that? And when you get that, then you can say, you can choose. Do I want to hold on to this? Do I need to be needed?
It's really odd, because now that I'm, pinpointing the whole thing, now that I'm thinking about it, so you get a high, it feels good.
Mm-hmm.
I get a rush of adrenaline when I can help somebody. However, if I help too many people, it drains me and it makes me sick. So there's a definite cutting back I need to do, limit my energy going out. So that is my goal. That's what I'm going to have to work on this week, is nurturing myself first. And then giving a little bit of energy back out to people, not all of my energy. And then I have nothing for myself.
Yep. So take advantage of this energy today, the day of out of time. Take advantage of that and let go. and then welcome in what it is and how it is you want to be in the world as an ascended person already, not trying to work your way through ascension, but as an already ascended being. So try that one on.
Right. And today is actually the first day that I really enjoyed with Daniel. Because the other days I'm looking at this, I'm looking at the chart, I'm looking at this, I'm listening to this, somebody's calling me, my brain is in 10 different places, and it was honestly bringing more stress to my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I was second guessing, maybe I shouldn't even be doing this right now because I have so much on my plate. And then I thought, today I said, you know what, let's do it the other way. I turned off my phones, I turned off my notifications.
Yep.
I just totally concentrated. I was in the zone with Daniel today.
Yep.
You were there. I was in it. I was like, okay, where are you at? Bam, I did the same thing. Yesterday took care. I opened my VPS today, and I was like, whoa, yesterday I'd set some and just walked away. Well, I made back everything that I had lost the last couple of days. So that was great.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that gives you a little pickup. And then today my mind was good. So I was just in the zone, right? It was like me and Daniel and nothing else existed. And it was a great day.
Excuse me, Alisha, we are on air and people don't know who is Daniel and what you've been doing. So
it's a meeting. It's a group that we have, a training. Yeah, we were all there.
But fact is we're doing something else. Okay.
Right.
We still have 4 minutes. Do we do some meditation or we won't?
Well, it's pretty
I
close.
think it's
I would just say we won't do a formal meditation because I actually don't have time. I have another commitment. I would ask people to, if they don't understand this concept, the day of out of time, just pretend like you do and just take today and be in that place of where the past doesn't have any hold over you. The past, including all your strategies and how you do life and all the things that are, just pretend like none of that exists, like none of it. And just kind of sit in the blankness. And then from that place, what do you really want? How do you really want to be in the world? How do you really, what's your strength? Are you a hero? Are you, I'll go back to Sam's dream time, right? He's a hero because that's the archetype he lives under. What's your archetype? Are you the victim? Are you the, are you the damsel in distress? A lot of women got that kind of complex. So just for today, let it go and be in that no time, in that precious relief from past, from shoulds, woulds, coulds, all of that. Just be in this precious moment of nothingness so that you can be filled with really who you are, not attached to the past, the strategies, the failures, the successes, all of that, even the successes, become unattached to that too, and move into this this emptiness, so that you can fill yourself with what it is you truly desire, what you want, how you want to see our world be, right? As loving, nourished, everything that we need as a species. What is planet Earth and her inhabitants going to be like? Put your attention on that. So that's all I got for you today, because I got lovely things to do today.
Good. Awesome.
Thank you, Morganne.
Yeah, you're welcome.
what do you want to say, Alisha?
The future looks bright. I know there a lot of people are looking at the negative right now, but we are leaving this negative, crazy existence that we've been in for centuries, and we are going into a heaven on earth scenario. So let's just relax and go into it. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Let's relax and go into it. And please, on the way there, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube video channel, where many more videos like this will be found. And from our hearts to yours, thank you for watching, and God bless.
Bye.